the Any and Everything Show with your hosts, Jake and George.
Episode 103 of AAE.
Show.
But I'm not a rapper. I wish I was sometimes, though.
Sometimes?
Yeah. I feel like you can't, like, if you wanted to be a rapper,
Okay, go on.
it's hard to try to be a rapper. I feel like you either have it or don't. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like people work at it.
I guess I've just never seen them work at it because, like, I've seen when people like are rapping and I don't think they're that great because you can tell they're really trying to.
Right,
But when
right.
people are naturally like really good at rapping.
Well, I forget who it was, but I remember one rapper in a song. It was like a rapper I would listen to every now and then. But he was like one of his lines was something like, you know, I don't even try that hard. I actually sound better when I don't.
I think that's I feel like it's Lil Wayne.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think it is. But
We're
anyway.
gonna get a fact checker on that.
What?
I'm gonna get a fact checker on
Yeah,
that.
Google it, Jake. But I feel like some people just kind of have the natural sound,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
guess, or the natural accent or enunciation of certain words. But I mean, some people probably do work at it.
It's
Read a lot.
yeah, but like it couldn't wouldn't it be so funny if like I was just like, oh, I want to try to be a rapper,
Yeah, it'd be
like out of the blue, like
funny.
it'd be kind of silly watching me really work at that craft.
No, I mean, like you said, you wanted to read a lot of books this year. What if you just kind of
Got into poetry and then slowly started to work the poetry into spoken word poetry,
right and just kind of worked on your rhyme schemes and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's where you really get tripped up. You gotta have a solid just book of knowledge.
Well, I feel like rapping isn't as simple as just rhyming the last.
No,
word.
it's definitely not. You have to have like a really
It has to be like the
good-
right cadence of syllables, and it has to have the right flow on the beat, and you have to like rhyme or use at least the same amount of syllables or rhymes leading up to the end of each line instead of just rhyming van with can and man and tan.
right.
It just doesn't sound as good if you're just forcing rhymes in there.
I don't know. Maybe I could never be a rapper.
Never say never, Jake.
I just don't have that.
Maybe we could be the new Beastie Boys or the new
Yeah, see that kind of rap I love.
what?
That
Like back and forth
that kind of
tag team.
old school like hop around.
Hmm.
I came across some guys on TikTok who do that, and it's just that very kind of like overexposed mic. Like it's just that like loud,
I see what
like
you're saying.
jumpy
Yeah.
and clever.
Sounds like they're rapping at you through a megaphone.
yeah, and they got like that wide angle camera lens, like kind of back in like the 90s, like for like skater videos.
Yep.
That kind of rap, really.
That's what you're about?
That gets me going a little bit more than like the in the club with them bitches type thing. You know?
Okay. Well, maybe you can relate a little more.
Yeah, maybe that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You never find Jake in no club with no bitches.
Nah, I ain't in the club anymore. I used to club though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
I used to club.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I went and I was studying abroad in London.
Oh, so
clubbing
you
is
used to club for like a little.
yeah, I clubbed,
Like you went to a club.
I clubbed for 4 months.
You clubbed for like a weekend.
No, many of weeks,
Clubbed?
many of nights.
Clubbed?
I'm talking.
Danced
we're
your-
getting to the place at midnight.
Danced your
clubs.
butt off?
Yeah, I wasn't a huge dancer because like I like
Oh, where did I feel like I just read something or I watched a YouTube video recently. I wonder if it's I just read something because everyone's talking. I feel like they're talking about Ukrainians.
that would make sense. That's all in the news. so.
Yeah, so I feel like someone was talking about Ukrainians, maybe on Twitter or something, and I was looking at, I don't know, some article, and they said, like, Europeans, like, go out differently. Like,
Dude, it's yeah.
like here we would be going out, we'd have a late night, you could bar hop, you could club hop, whatever you're doing, you know, day drink, lead up into pregame and going out and all that, and you think it's a lot, and like, oh, you're coming back late, it's like 4 or like 3 a.m., and like, oh, we just got back late, we had a late night. but apparently I'm gonna guess it was Ukrainians. Like they're leaving the club at like 9 a.m. Like the sun's like the next day starts and they're just leaving.
Yeah, there were many nights where we would leave the next morning and it was daybreak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like, I wish, like, I mean, hand to Bible, not joking.
Jake, I've been with you a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like, it's kind of all of a blur. You know, I don't brag about the nights where I used
I'm just
to
saying,
club.
it just doesn't sound like you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just when I was with a bunch of friends abroad.
Clubbers?
Like, you kind of just gain this new, I don't know, you kind of almost, like, have, like, a different personality. Like you like gain this different persona when like you're studying abroad and you're living this kind of different life.
You were just living the life.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like anything out of control. We were just out really late all the time.
But so was everyone else. Like everyone around you. Like you weren't the last ones in the club.
No, so we had one of the bigger flats, if you will. When we were in London, there was six of us in one house. So we tended to be the spot where people would come to before we would go out late.
Oh.
And people weren't coming over our house until 11 p.m.
Right.
to like start pre-gaming to
crazy.
go out.
That is pretty crazy.
I mean, some clubs didn't open until 12 at night. Like didn't open, like let people in until after 12.
I wonder if that's the same thing here. I was never a club goer.
Yeah, but there's not like
you would have to go to the city or like Moorestown.
Yeah, the city. I couldn't tell you one club.
Like you were in London, so that's like
it'd be like
studying
being
abroad in the
Manhattan.
city.
Yep, exactly.
So I'm not too familiar with the club scene, so I guess I can't really comment.
Yeah,
on
and
if that's regular or not.
You know, I kind of wish I had one right now, even though I know we
club?
probably don't. No, but like it was all I drank when I was abroad was Carlsberg beer, which is one of my favorites actually.
Yep.
And
it's good beer.
all I drank was like Jack and Cokes or like
Carlsberg, well, I guess it would be an import still.
yeah, but it was still pretty
Denmark.
relatively like on draft you could get it
Be
for
like a Corona.
£4 there. You know?
Be like a Corona.
Yeah. But like it's funny you'd have to be like $8 over there for like a
Bud.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
It's just like wild.
Imports. Yeah.
It's a wild life. But they used to do Carlsbergs down the street here at this Irish pub.
What do you mean, like on tap?
Yeah, they still have it on tap, but they used to serve it in like really, really tall glasses. Like it was probably a 24-ounce glass, but it was really tall, so it made you feel like you had so much more. Like I'm telling you, it was as tall as this mic stand.
I believe it.
Like really tall. And it was one of my favorite things to get just because it was good beer and like you were just holding this huge glass. It just felt like a great experience.
You being a larger man,
Yeah, and I'm a bigger guy.
felt
so when
normal
I'm,
size.
Yeah, when I'm holding this big glass, I'm like, oh wow,
This is what everyone
this
else
is what
must feel
everyone feels like when they hold a normal glass type thing.
Yeah.
And the last few times, even the last time I was there, I specified, can I have a tall Carlsberg? She said, sure. It comes back, normal glass.
Maybe you grew.
Still, I mean, my hands got much bigger, but it still says Carlsberg on the glass. So maybe they just changed their glassware.
Maybe it's thicker.
It is
like wider.
Yeah, it is wider.
So you're still getting the same amount, the same volume of beer.
Yeah, but if you get the chance, try getting yourself a bigger, thinner glass. I think it's a much more enjoyable drinking experience.
Why?
I don't know.
Does it taste better?
No, probably doesn't taste better, but it just enhances the experience. You feel like you're drinking it for a longer time.
Now, I can relate kind of, I guess, because I'm a soda drinker. But I feel like fountain sodas, whether it's the fountain soda beverage themselves or if because you're drinking it through a straw makes it better. But I feel like a fountain soda 10 times out of 10 outweighs like a can of soda.
I would 100% agree.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, whether it's the way it's syrup and mixed or whatever it does, or if it's because you're just drinking it through a straw. But
yeah. I mean, you ask any middle-aged mom, they would probably go with you right there as well.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like moms love drive-through Diet Pepsis.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would put a poll out. And
Yeah?
be like, does your mom like a good drive-through Diet Coke?
Let's crack open this beer, Jake, and then I want to touch on, since you brought it up, polls.
Okay.
So this week,
oops.
This week I brought the Bolero Snort Brewery, which we've had
before.
once or twice. I think we've had it a couple times now. This is the Oops No Lactose Hazy IPA. It is India Pale Ale with lime zest, 6.0%.
Ooh.
Looking at the can, I would never guess there was lime zest in here.
No. Whenever because I see lactose, I almost thought it was going to be like a milkshake type thing.
Well, have we had a milkshake IPA on here? I've had milkshake IPAs. I think we've had one. It doesn't really taste like milk at all. Milkshake IPAs.
Smells a little limey. Smells like your
hint of lime chip.
Yep, it does. Here on the show. Oh, I never even introduced the show. Each week.
Wow. We just
got right into it.
Jake reminisced in his clubbing
I
days.
really did.
Blacked out for a minute.
And that's what happens.
And then Jake's about to leave this episode 4 a.m. in the morning, going back to the flat.
True. I mean, you don't really. That's what happens when you club. You kind of black out. But this is the Any and Everything show. Each week, or each episode, not always each week, because life happens. Each episode, George and I, we get together, we open up a brand new beer to us, we review it, and we talk about it, but we don't just talk about the beer, because that'd be a little nutty. We talk about a little bit of any and everything, because in this crazy, crazy world, there's just way too much to talk about. George, am I right about that one?
Jake, you are right about that one.
And for those who are new here, which I know we have, we actually got a comment on our post.
Okay.
A Facebook post.
Oh, interesting.
From a,
I check that box every time.
Yeah.
Because when you post on Instagram, you're able to link your other accounts.
Yep.
So we have our Facebook page, which I think is solely just another vehicle to get our Instagram posts out there. Mm-hmm. And then the same thing with our Twitter. So I check both those boxes just instinctively. Didn't know we got any feedback on either of those pages.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's just like, the usual likes or, shares or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. We actually got a comment from a fellow in France.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Okay. And
this was for the Mississippi Mud episode we just did 2 episodes back.
Yep.
And he asked if we knew that if they sold Mississippi Mud in France. So
I just pulled up the... Thank you, Cedric Calluck.
Yeah, so hopefully he's listening in France, because that'd be kind of cool if we had a France fan base.
Does not look French. But his post was, "Where can I buy this beer?" ? Parentheses, I'm from France.
Yeah.
Well, Cedric,
I did some research and
did you respond to him?
I did. The distributor of that beer seems to only be nationwide.
I don't think they sell this out of the U.S. Unhappy face.
I know.
No reply back.
Yeah, he was probably not happy about the fact that he couldn't get his hands on some Mississippi
blocked
mud.
us.
But when we do a new beer, we do a first sip impression. We take a first drink of it and we give it a little letter grade right off the tongue. Mm-hmm. And mine is gonna be C.
Flat?
Yeah, C flat.
Okay.
It's good.
Diminished?
It's got that little tang to me, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm getting a little bit of that lime
zest.
And it's a good hazy, not too fruity or like heavy, so it's decent.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to get more flavors as I go on, though.
I feel like I have to go C. I'm leaning more towards the C+. I don't know if it's just because it's the first sip, but I'm not getting a lot of lime. So, it almost just makes it more of a normal IPA.
Yeah.
For me. I'm not getting anything...
I have a tiny bit of lime and not much else. I'm getting a little bit of the IPA-ness, but, usually in the haziers, you get a little bit more, juiciness almost.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting, though.
Well, you're getting the juice from the lime. Is what you're getting.
Oh, yeah. Juice from the lime.
Yeah. Anyway, like you said before this, we have to put up a poll, apparently, for middle-aged moms.
We do, yeah.
Jake seems to think that every middle-aged mom likes fountain sodas from the drive-thru.
I think the poll should be...
I don't know where you're basing this information.
Ask your mom if she likes or did like...
What happened?
I outgrew it.
Oh, okay.
a nice drive-through Diet Coke.
Where are you basing this claim off of? Or is this just like
I know my mom
you're just
loved
taking a
it,
stab in the dark?
and I just know real down deep in my core, I feel like it's a fact.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, it prompted me to remember that I put up on our story on our Instagram page, Any and Everything Show.
Yep.
I think I'm going to make it a weekly thing. Maybe
I like it.
Maybe like a wacky Wednesday, this or that.
Love it.
So this past week was pen or pencil.
Correct.
And before I even get to the results, I just have to ask Jake, pen or pencil?
See, I initially voted pencil.
Yes.
And then
that's what I was going to bring up. Because
Yeah.
I sent a list of, I don't know, about 70 things to Jake. Mm-hmm. So that way I would pick ones that we disagree on, put them up for vote,
yeah.
find out who's in the majority, and then talk about our differences.
Yeah, the real reasons behind why people are so split on topics.
So Jake picked pencil, so I put it up there. And then while I'm checking the votes, Jake votes for pen.
You know what? It was
just undermines the whole process.
I don't want to throw Megan under the bus by any means.
Okay.
But she was going, she actually had my phone because she was on Spotify. And she went to Instagram and the poll was up. He's like, what do you want to vote? I'll vote on the story. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, got to go pencil. She goes, pencil? How'd you go pencil?
You were talked out of it?
And for some reason, as soon as she said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. I guess sometimes pens are better. So she voted pen.
Yeah, but by that, you're saying sometimes pencils are better.
Yeah, so my initial reaction was the nostalgia of, like, getting that fresh, sharp Ticonderoga No. 2 and putting that down on a piece of paper.
Right.
The feeling, the sound just brings you back a little bit.
Yep.
And then I kind of had the revelation when the poll came back up that all I really use now are pens. So it's kind of my more recent experience of writing utensil. Mm-hmm. And I really do love a certain pen that I use all the time.
Okay.
And after I've used that pen, I don't really like using many other utensils. But I still go with my initial vote of I would choose pencil over pen strictly for the fact that it's kind of a lost art.
So, based off of that...
Yes, based off the long-winded explanation.
Yeah. Jake's just skewed our whole survey here. Because he's now casted under the pen side of the argument.
I mean, is it a close?
But really, he's saying he leans towards pencil.
Is it a close race?
No.
It's mostly pen, right?
It's mostly pen.
Yeah.
It is.
When I voted...
71 to 29% pen.
Not even close.
Not even close. But Jake could have made it a little closer if he stuck to his guns.
A little bit.
But anyway, look out for our story. Probably every Wednesday, at least once a week, we're gonna have a
poll. Yeah,
a poll of this or that.
A polarizing poll.
A polarizing poll of this or that of a topic that would usually split sides, not in an argumentative way. But just
in a curiosity way, why some people really like to choose some things over, because there are some polls where I mistakenly assume is going to be very heavily on one side, and then it comes to be
you're just in the minority. Then.
Yeah, because remember way back we did that whole poll on whether you'd use a spoon or not for like your side dishes, whether there was like rice or corn or stuff like that.
Nope.
You don't remember? And I put that big bowl of peas, and I said, "Would you use a spoon to eat these or a fork?"
No.
But you don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Man, see, that was a
big moment in your life, apparently.
Yeah, well, it was a big argument that I got in with some former coworkers. Not heated or a serious argument, but
you no longer work there. That's how heated it got. You had to leave the company.
Yeah, they canned me because of my utensil
preference.
Yeah.
Finish the...
Well, I mean, long story short, a lot of people don't utilize a spoon with dinner regardless of what their sides are. They're putting out a knife and fork and just forgetting the spoon unless the side is like a liquid, like unless they're eating a soup or a cereal.
Yeah,
and you would agree. I think you agreed with that.
I do agree with that still to this day.
I just think it's kind of, I'm not going to say idiotic. That's a little too harsh, but I think it's just insane.
You think you're better than the rest of us?
I just think it's crazy actually that
you think the minority of you people who spoon your peas are the better of the breed that we are.
So for the biggest argument I got into, and it's a hill I'll die on, and I still do it to this day. If I'm having a meal with something that needs a fork and knife, so let's say a piece of chicken, right?
Okay.
And we got a side of broccoli and a side of rice or corn.
Right.
98% of people will just choose a knife and fork and not touch a spoon.
Yep.
I don't know who's benefiting from having rice with a fork or having corn with a fork. You know how many pieces of corn you can get on a fork compared to what you can get
just as many
on a spoon? Absolutely
just
not.
As many. It's not like you have to rush the...
Yeah, it's a balancing act. You pick up some corn with that, you got to go real slow to
I don't
the
know
mouth.
what you call it either when you pick up a scoop with your fork. Is it a spoonful?
Exactly. See, it should always be a spoonful. A forkful doesn't sound the same.
But my point is...
When you're shoveling...
When you take a scoop with your fork of rice, it's not like you have to rush it into your mouth. It's not falling through the cracks.
Yeah, but it's falling off the sides. That's what the
same
spoon
thing happens
is
with
for.
the spoon.
The spoon has
it still falls off the sides.
It's literally a mini cup.
It's when you have too much pile for the carrying device, it's still going to fall off the sides.
It's just something I'm not going to win.
No,
even though it's correct. Like someone has to watch me eat a meal, I think, in order to be like, oh wow, this guy's got something.
Or say you're idiotic.
Yeah, but
to use a word of a wise man.
I wish they made a proper spork, like a reverse, like a nice looking reversible, like an end
reversible.
Yeah, so one end's a spoon, one end's a fork, so that way,
like a hammerhead,
because
out to each side.
Yeah.
That's what you want, because then you're forking at a 90 degree.
No, I'm talking end to end, butt to butt.
Oh, like a straw.
Yeah,
there's two ends, openings on the straw, but you have a spoon and a fork.
Yep,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of people, the argument was like, oh, why would I dirty another utensil? That is the least of your concern. Maybe that's in the
forefront of some people's minds.
It's not.
I think it's close, and then the tiebreaker would be, I have to do more dishes.
No, that should not even be in the argument. More dishes. It's a spoon. Running under a thing of hot water for 3 seconds.
Don't you ever see those memes where you're washing your spoon, then you flip it over and it sprays everywhere?
Yeah, you just throw it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher takes up less water anyway.
I don't know, Jake. You even said yourself you're going to lose the argument. So
yeah, I know, because I'm against such a heavy minority of spoon users.
Maybe we need to work on creating the best spork.
Maybe. Because
there's not many out there like you're describing. There are some that are like the Darth Maul of lightsabers to sporks.
Oh. That's kind of what I was going for. But a thing that we actually did hop on the bandwagon with, Megan and I, we did end up getting an air fryer for Christmas.
Okay.
It's
taking you this long to talk about it?
Yeah, it's taken a little bit to kind of get used, get a couple snacks and meals under our belt to kind of like...
My mom bought one, got one, whatever. We got one at the house at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had popcorn and coconut shrimp. So, breaded shrimp, popcorn and coconut shrimp once a day for like 2 weeks straight. It was just like... Once they found out how quick and easy the air fryer was, like all they did was get stuff you can air fry.
Yeah, and once you find those quick snacks, it's just like why to stop?
Yeah. So and then our oven crapped out. So that when they bought a new oven, they had to get one with the air frying option built in, making the smaller countertop air fryer obsolete in the household.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I feel like once they got that air fryer, their eyes were opened.
Yeah, because it does things so quick, almost too quick.
It seems like it's not cooked.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they're like, oh yeah, throw, your steak in there for 3.5 minutes.
You cook steak in it?
Yeah, like these little steak bites. Cube them up. It's like, yeah, throw them in for 3 minutes. Shake, another 2 minutes, and enjoy. I'm like, you
don't really grill something that much longer. I mean, you grill a steak, like 5 minutes aside, maybe?
I think it's just because of the size, and like you just don't think it can do what it
looks like a
says
little easy bake oven.
Yeah, it's like a little egg, and you're throwing in like real food to be
like
cooked for you.
Air fryer, like a child can keep in their room.
Yeah, and if
Just
I was
nuggets.
a kid, that would be, man. Yeah, we had easy bake ovens that you
imagine being a kid and like, kids get like mini fridges where they can keep their juice boxes or their sodas in their room, and like that's pretty cool. Imagine having an air fryer, you could just cook up some dino nuggets.
Yeah, and you can keep some dino nuggets in that refrigerator.
In that mini fridge, man.
Pop those in for literally 4 minutes.
That's living the dream.
I would have been a really fat kid if that was the case. I didn't even have my own oven, and I was still on the chunkier side. So
your parents would have had to work overtime for those dino nuggets. You'd have been going through them.
I would have been doing
dino nuggets and Eggo waffles.
I'd have been doing some extra. We haven't tried waffles in there. That's probably delicious.
I don't know if you can. Maybe.
Yeah.
Of course
Dude,
you can.
Like I've learned, you can literally air fry anything. Anything.
Right. What's your favorite thing to air fry? What's the go-to?
The go-to.
Is there like a quick one where you guys are like, oh, what do we want to eat? I don't know. I don't really feel like making anything. Whoa, let's just air fry, this.
Yeah, so we do like sometimes we'll like air fry like tiny little frozen like these like chicken sausage bites with like a little thing of pasta because you don't have to defrost them. You just throw them in.
Frozen.
Cooks them in like 6 minutes, but even before you can get the water to boil. So that we like some salmon in there is real good. We bread some little chicken bites for like nuggets. Yeah, it's I mean, it is a little pain to clean because you gotta like clean the whole inside when you're done. But
do you have to do you clean it every time?
Depending on what we cook, if there's like crumbs or anything in there.
Right.
But yeah, it's a pretty magical item. But it was very popular, I feel like, during the pandemic. Like, a lot of people were just home, and it seemed like the air fryer
I think people were trying different things and then realized how great the air fryer really was.
Yeah. It really is. It is what it says it is. Because, like, it had a lot of hype, and I'm like, I don't know. I think, like...
How's it going to live up to all that?
It is true. Like,
and it did.
It really did. It really did. And like you said, like, frozen chicken nuggets or anything like that, it's really does wonders. Half the time of the oven.
Yeah. Air fryer. It's the way of the future. And you can get ovens with the air fryer option.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, I mean, how much faster can we get? Like, what is the future of, like, our food?
I don't even know if I want to know.
Yeah.
It's just going to have to be like a microwave on steroids. It's going to be like you put it in, it'll sense what food you just put in there.
Yeah.
And then it'll be like 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked to perfection.
Yeah.
I don't know how, when.
Yeah, but I
where.
mean, they're already doing the air fryer, and I bet people thought it was crazy when they said, "Oh no, we can probably cook like a piece of chicken in
half the time,
6 minutes." Like, no way. Boom. Done.
There it is with air.
Just some goddamn air. I don't know, man. It's a wild world out there, Like,
it's a crazy, crazy world.
There's
way too much to talk about.
Yeah, there is. Kind of take for granted the fact that we can talk about how fast our air fryer cooks our frozen nuggets while there's a war going on the other side of the country.
The war, people starving.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that because that's just going to bring the mood down. You come here
we're
for
just going to sit here and drink our IPAs and talk about air frying some chicken nuggets.
Yeah. I mean, lucky to be here, I guess.
Glad to be here, Jake.
So as you can see over in our studio here, Megan got a new job, and she's also remote as well for the time being. Mm-hmm. And we got her whole desk set up. Mm-hmm. And her first chair that came in wasn't a great chair. We kind of
you're saying that's not the first chair.
That's the new one.
Okay.
We skimped out on the first one, and
big mistake.
It's one of those things you can really you get what you pay for.
Well, yeah, so you got to realize how much time you're spending in that place.
Yeah.
Chair.
So this thing came in. It didn't have adjustable arms. The bottom.
What are we talking about here? No adjustable arms.
I'm a big fan of the mesh. Love the mesh because it's breathable.
Yep. No sweaty cheeks.
Yeah, no sweaty cheeks, no sweaty knees that I usually get,
I don't know how that would help your knees, but...
It just prevents the lower body from getting hot, which then leads to, all downhill from there.
Process of body connection.
But yeah, you sit in a chair for a long time if you have certain jobs that require you to sit. Mm-hmm. If you're lucky enough to be up all day.
Well, you say that as I'm looking over here, and as we talked about before the episode, Meg is... in the lucky enough position to have a standing desk.
Yeah.
So, really, the chair is only sat in probably half the day. Unless Meg just sits down the whole day.
No. Sometimes I come out and she's on those hind legs,
As opposed to her front legs?
Yeah, she walks around on all fours sometimes around the house.
Yeah, well, at one with the cats.
Yeah.
But, no, a standing desk seems to be... good.
Yeah. They sell a lot of like weird ergonomical chairs now where like they sell like these balance things where you like sit on like your knees go on the front so you're not like sitting.
What do you mean your knees go in the front?
So like I'm trying to visualize. So your knees aren't at like a 90 degree. So they would be kind of be like leaned forward onto like a mat.
Oh. It's like a knee rest that
and then you're
like, you're not sitting, you're more kneeling.
You're more like on like an upwards kneel almost, and like it's kind of a rocker.
Interesting.
And then they also sell like these
sounds
balance boards.
Uncomfortable over a day.
Yeah, but they're meant to not be in for a long time. They're meant to substitute for you're going to sit.
You're supposed to have like an array of chairs at your disposal.
No, it would just be one
cycle through.
Like that would be your chair, and then after your time of doing that, you'd stand at the desk.
So there's no like second of relaxation.
Yeah, no, working. It's all core work.
It's all core work, and then you got to stand, then back to core work.
Yeah, they even sell little mini treadmills now to put under your standing desk.
I've seen that. I've seen the videos of the mini bikes. They always show old people sitting on the couch pedaling.
That I think is a little ridiculous, but the mini treadmills are like no joke. Like some
treadmill.
We looked at this one girl and she.
This is what I'd be doing at the desk.
It's probably like
just like this,
4 feet long, 3.5 feet. No, it's like a full thing. But yeah, you have to like it's like she's walking. She's in like running shorts and walking shoes, but like a dress top, and she just walks.
So she's definitely working from home where they can't see her lower half.
Yeah, I mean, she might stop during meetings because, like, you're bobbing, But, like,
sounds like a great idea.
I was just saying, like, I would, even if you're walking slow for a while, you're still exerting some energy.
That's why I'm saying the foot bike thing works, too.
Yeah, because I feel like I would start to almost maybe break a sweat if I'm walking. I mean, this one lady walked, like she averages like 7,000 steps a day.
It's not that many.
But just during her workday.
Oh, I see. Because of the treadmill.
Yeah, another girl like walked like 10 miles in one day.
Were you finished talking about the chair?
Oh no. So she got a bad chair. No,
I just looked over again.
She got a bad chair, but the best thing about the chair was it came with these nice rollerblade wheels. Right? Uh-huh. So after a couple of days, we're like, all right, you know what? This chair's not cutting it. We're going to get a nicer chair, spend the money. You're going to be sitting in it. We'll use it, whatever.
Don't cheap out.
So we got the new chair in, and we took it out of the bag, and the new chair came with older wheels. Okay? Mm-hmm. And, this other chair that came from China.
The new one.
Yeah. The older one. Yeah, this new one was, I mean, it probably still came from China, but it was ordered, we got it at Staples, right down the road.
Gotcha.
And it had those old plastic wheels, like the classic office wheels. Mm-hmm. So what we ended up doing is returning the old chair which they're probably not even going to end up like repackaging and like selling. They're probably just going to toss that thing in the garbage.
Who knows?
We just didn't return the wheels. And we
now they're definitely going to have to throw it out.
and we swapped out the old wheels of the old chair.
There was a chance they were going to resell it until they took it out of the box and realized there were no wheels on it.
Our defense is that like if they do reach out and be like, hey,
where are the wheels?
which I doubt they're going to do. I mean, it's like this cheap.
I think your defense should be, that's why we returned it in the first place. We took it out of the box, there were no wheels.
Yeah, exactly. So that was my defense. I said, or we just say, oh, sorry, we never put the bag in the package. Like the old, whatever.
Then we threw them out.
So now she's got nicer wheels on her new chair.
On a nicer chair.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. So the rollerblade wheels are in. I didn't even know that was a thing until...
I think you guys have, I don't want to say thick carpet, but,
it's not
thin. So I think you need almost like heavy duty or...
Yeah, I mean, I have one of
wheels.
those plastic things that goes over the carpet in my room.
Mm-hmm.
We might have
really
to get one of
leave
those.
A mark on the carpet.
Yeah, I might have to get those for here. But I told her, like, if you put those wheels on like a plastic thing, like there's no brakes on those. You're gonna be really moving around.
It's true.
Like rollerblade wheels are no joke.
No. Yeah, she's gonna be in the roller derby in no time. Doing circles around here.
She's get going. Like she's not gonna be able to stop.
What I was gonna say is you got to spend money on a office chair if you have a desk job. I think you just spend so much time there. There's no reason to cheap out on something that you spend probably half your day in.
Yeah, it's true.
I remember reading an article at some point about, I want to say it was Swedish people, some kind of Scandinavian
Makes sense.
race, whether it was Finland, Sweden, Denmark.
One of
What's the other one up there?
Yeah, Norway.
One of those. That if you walk into any of their houses, most likely one of the most expensive items in there will be their bed. Like they spend a large amount of money to get the best bed possible because they spend 8 hours a day in that, and they want the best night's sleep to be the most productive they can elsewhere in their life.
It's very smart.
So it's like almost as a society they decide, like it's like a
cultural thing. Like,
it's like
all
a
right,
cultural
we're
thing to spend a lot of money on their bed.
Helps your well-being,
Mm-hmm. Helps your value of life.
Yeah.
Your
everything.
Yeah. Your everything. Helps your
It
everything.
helps your... No, I would say your value of life.
Improves your value of life? There's definitely a word.
Your quality of living.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Improves your quality of living.
Yeah, that was the same thing. It includes your value. Because if you have a better quality of living, you have a higher value. You're worth more.
That's right.
You can do more work. You can work better for corporations if you sleep better.
You drive better, you cook better probably. You do everything
you're
better
helping
if you sleep
the world
well.
more. You know? You're not a zombie.
Helping yourself more.
Yep.
It's all about self-help.
Well, what is the age-old saying? You got to put your mask on, your air mask on before you help others.
You got to put one leg in the pant before the other.
When a plane's going down, you got to put your oxygen mask on.
I put
first.
my pants on like everyone else, Jake, one leg at a time.
One leg at a goddamn time.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Well, yeah, they say to put your air mask on before helping others.
Yes.
But also, isn't that what they say about like everyone who, like, who wants to help others but like has an addiction problem or something? You gotta learn to help yourself
you gotta help
before
yourself
you
before you help others. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can still help people even though you're messed up, but
I mean, you can help them a little, but I feel like you do have to
have your life in control before you start. Yeah.
Unless you're just someone who's like, don't look at me. Don't do what I'm doing.
Don't do what I do. Yeah, exactly. Do the opposite.
Yeah, do exactly the opposite. You'll be just all right. But my point is, don't cheap out if you work in a desk job on your chair.
Yeah.
And probably don't cheap out on your bed when that comes time to decide.
Yeah, we upgraded bed a couple years ago, and it is quite the difference. You can tell immediately.
I think my mattress is 15 years old plus.
Have you turned it?
Oh, yeah, I turned it.
Multiple times. You're back on the same side.
Yeah.
We're back to square one.
I've definitely turned it many times.
I've turned it sideways, diagonal.
Are you only supposed to turn a mattress twice or once?
Yeah, because then if you turn it again, you're back on the same
Well, you know,
side.
I think it's like...
Oh, you're like pushing it back
it
again?
It concaves one way, and then you flip it over and you
Oh, yeah.
concave it the
Yeah.
other way.
It evens out.
It evens out.
Yeah, so you like keep sandwiching it until
Yeah.
you're just on minimum fibers in the middle.
Right. No, I mean, I'm probably overdue for a mattress.
100% you are.
There's no point now. Ride this baby out to the end.
Yeah, I guess, until you get a different place.
Exactly.
Then you'll get a different bed.
Exactly.
Do you have a full? Or you got a queen?
Queen, I think.
Nice. All right.
Because I have my parents' old, like, frame.
Okay, so at least you're not like... At least you have room to roll around.
I have room to roll, but my feet stick off the end.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes. I find myself sleeping diagonally a lot just so I fit on the bed.
So I don't think you have a...
It's a queen.
I feel like I feel like I have a queen and my feet don't touch the end. We're like the same height. Unless you sleep farther down. You could just sleep farther down.
I might.
You might not be up near the
I might not have my head on the wall. I have no headboard. Just a wall.
Okay, just the wall. Yeah, so maybe you're just not utilizing the bed to its best dimensions.
Potential. Yeah. It's possible. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I think eventually I'll want that. I don't know.
What?
Like California
King?
Yeah, that's a little much. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, I think that's unnecessary.
California queen, maybe.
Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Is that bigger than a king?
No, it's bigger than a queen.
I would say just go king then.
Yeah, so when you get in California, you're getting longer.
Oh.
I like that.
Oh. See, I just complained about my feet hanging up, but sometimes I like
me
to not
too,
have
actually.
like
A constraint at the end.
Yeah, because like even if it's your heel or your toe.
Oh, right. Okay, so you got no lip on the bottom. You're going. It falls off. Like it's just mattress and then nothing.
There is a lip, but it's on the bottom of the mattress, so my feet don't touch it.
Okay, so like if this was the mattress, you don't have like a barrier like this?
You have a barrier on the end of your mattress?
Yeah, so the frame comes up higher than the end of the mattress.
Oh,
mattress
yeah,
sits
no.
lower than
no, my mattress is my frame. If you can imagine, it's almost like this table.
Okay.
And the mattress just sits on top of it.
Okay. All right, yeah, so your feet literally fall off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes I like that because if you can imagine, like, when I do kind of utilize as much room as I can or I go diagonal, then my heels or my toes, if I'm sleeping on my back or stomach at the time, like, lift my legs slightly up because my heels sticks back a little bit and my toes obviously stick out a little bit. So, like, my legs get lifted and, a lot of pressure on the heels or toes.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do like to dangle my toes off so that way it's kind of like I'm laying flat, if that makes sense.
I see, yeah. Yeah, so they're sitting a little bit lower than the rest.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I don't have that luxury anymore.
Because you have the
Got a barrier.
up frame.
Yeah. I rarely touch it, though. Maybe that's why, though. Since you got nothing down there, you know that there's that freedom to let your legs go.
Because when I do sleep in Ari's bed, she doesn't have a frame either. Like I don't know what we got, a barrier.
Yeah, it's just like a footboard, I guess. Like
a footboard. She doesn't have a footboard either. But she has a dresser at the end. So I find myself, when I'm getting comfortable, my feet are like pressed up against the dresser. So I push the dresser out with my feet so my feet can dangle.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just a habit.
It is, I think.
I do like to. Some people have a fear of dangling things off beds. It's an actual fear.
Maybe as a kid.
I think it sticks with people. Not me. I like to dangle.
You like to live life dangerously.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you like to live life on the edge.
Nice. There you go. Little. Oh, wait. Do you have a riddle? Because we're going to go to break soon.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I do. You want to hear it?
I don't, but the people do.
Okay. Well, this one's for the people.
Oh, wait.
Jake.
Shit. God damn it.
You try and catch me off guard, and you caught
Yeah,
yourself.
that's a good point.
Tangled yourself up.
Oh.
Okay. This one's for the people,
There
Jake.
you go.
I'm found in socks, scarves, and mittens. I'm found in the paws of playful kittens. What am I? I'm found in socks, scarves, and mittens. I'm found in the paws of playful kittens. What am I? Stay tuned for after the break. The answer will be revealed.
Yeah, sit on that one. I don't know what we got there.
I mean, you keep looking at your two kittens over there.
Yeah, what do you guys got in your paws that also is in mittens and gloves? Okay.
A little something to think on, you know?
So, does this beer bring any type of word, vibe, any phrase that you're feeling?
The
going
Bolero
into halftime.
Snort Brewery. Oops, no lactose. Huh? I mean, no. It would be my first.
Yeah.
Nothing's coming to mind, but I'm going to have to go with golden.
Golden.
I mean, it would probably get more like a silver medal than it would a gold medal.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good. You know, could sneak up on someone in surprise for the gold, the first place, a good beer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at the can more, and I'm seeing whatever these colorful shapes are supposed to be. They remind me of goldfish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wow, they do.
So I don't know what they're supposed to
They
be.
might be like representing like the shape of the cow's head.
You know what it is? Yeah, it's the logo.
But I'm kind of going for confusion. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of lime, but I kind of want a little more lime. I just don't know. And you know, they got a frenzy on the front. I just don't know what I'm supposed to be getting.
Yeah, I'm not really getting too much lime, I feel like. You know? It's not...
I'm waiting for a little bit something more.
It's definitely a hint of lime.
Tiny hint.
Tiny.
It did say hint of lime, didn't it?
I think it said lime zest.
Zest.
With lime zest.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find it as the show goes on.
Maybe.
All right, cool. Well, we will be right back.
Stall.
And we're back.
We're back.
Back at it again.
With the white vans.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Daddy, chill.
It's not the meme.
I know. Actually, I could probably.
You know, I think the moment's gone.
You think?
Yeah.
Damn, Daniel.
Oh, damn it.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the white van.
All right, don't overdo it.
That's a great one though. Boy. Okay, and we're back, ladies and gents.
And we're back.
Thanks for
Back at it again
sticking
with
around.
The white vans.
I don't know if you guys had any time to sit with the riddle, because I sure did, and I sure couldn't figure it out. So hopefully you guys have a better
grasp.
Yeah,
understanding.
better idea of what's going on, because I can't figure it out.
I'm found in socks, Jake.
Yeah.
Scarves.
Yep.
And mittens.
Yep.
I'm also found in the paws of playful kittens, Jake. What am I, Jake?
Yarn?
Yarn is correct.
Is it really?
Yarn is the right answer, Jake. Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
When is the
ladies
last time
and
you got a riddle
gents.
right? Like on the spot.
I don't know. It's been forever. And just for that, I deserve that.
I mean, Jake was literally racking his brain.
I was.
He was head down, rubbing his temples. Just
wow.
I can't believe you got that.
Me either. You guys know me. I don't usually get the riddles.
You're going to throw yarn out there and just be okay with being wrong.
So if anything, me getting the riddle and you guys not makes...
You get one riddle right in 103 and
Yeah.
you're just going to start rubbing it in?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't usually get it right. So the fact that I did and some of you didn't, I don't know. Maybe you should think about that.
Yeah, you're rubbing it in, Jake.
Yeah.
No one likes a sore winner.
Okay, fine. All right, I guess we'll move on then.
Okay. I mean, how are we supposed to move on? We should just end the episode. You should have
Yeah.
just played the outro after you got it right.
Yeah, that's true. I guess. All right. Well, this has been the Ending Everything show. Here for the riddle, and that's about it.
Yep.
Uh,
Jake's going to branch out and start his own riddle podcast.
No, I'm not that good. I'm good, but not that good.
I'm one of the best, some might say. I'm not the best.
So we actually just got off the phone. We had a caller call in between our break. One of our good friends called, and you brought up the phrase "suck eggs,"
Yeah. Just leave it at that. They don't need to know any context.
and it seems like a phrase that he would have known because he knows a lot of weird phrases.
He is the
Where did you-
creator
yeah,
of Where'd You Come From?
all where the origins of phrases, and you stumped him with "suck
I
eggs."
stumped both of you, which I was shocked by. 'cause
I never even heard it.
I believe that I heard it from like a Nickelodeon show, iCarly or Drake and Josh or something.
Wow. Yeah, actually, it seems like a Drake and Josh.
Like it seems like a Josh
Yeah.
thing to say.
Megan,
Suck it.
suck eggs.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Might be a little too PG-13. But yeah, we kind of deciphered that the phrase "suck eggs" or "don't" what is it? It was like "don't teach your grandma to suck eggs."
You want to know? Now you're putting me on the spot here.
That's not really on the spot.
But yeah, so just sucking eggs isn't good enough for some. I guess the saying telling someone to suck eggs branches off from the saying don't try to teach your grandma to suck eggs. Do we have the theme song?
To what? The more you know. Yeah,
Where'd
we
you
do.
come from?
Where did you come from? No, we don't have one for that.
Oh, awkward.
Casey was supposed to make one, and then he went out to
You just-
Portland.
Different
But he's
coasts.
coming back soon at some point,
Yeah,
so
we'll have to
maybe
get
he'll
it.
make one.
I'll have to get a jingle. But yeah, so don't try to teach your grandma to suck eggs. Which means don't offer advice to someone who has more experience than yourself.
Yeah, but now when I hear if you're telling someone to suck eggs, it kind of just means to like F
Fuck off. Yeah.
But if you're gonna say don't teach your grandma to suck eggs, I feel like it's separated from the initial phrase and kind of became its own insult.
I feel like that happens a lot, though.
Kind of like what is it like pound sand or something like that? What is that?
Oh, you know where it's from? Can I play a 25 second clip? Do you think?
You want me to find it? I can probably play it better on here.
Okay. Well, let me Google it.
There you go.
You just stall for time, Jake.
All right. I can keep you guys updated on my my watch endeavors. I changed out officially all of my batteries in my watches.
All right, Jake. Thanks for stalling for
All right.
time. That was
And we're back.
exhilarating.
Yeah, we might have
14 seconds.
might have lost. Oh, so the second one you want me to do?
Yeah.
The first one's 27 seconds.
Play the 14 seconds one.
Okay,
Let's not push it here.
might get an
Let's
ad.
see if anyone can guess.
Squidward tentacles voted most likely to suck eggs in high school.
So there. I mean, that was very anticlimactic. But SpongeBob from an episode of SpongeBob.
I'll just go to Squidward's house and tell him you're here. Hello, Squiddy. We're all ready to be dazzled by your 5-star restaurant.
Wait, Squilliam, I've got to explain.
Explain what? That you, Squidward Tentacles, voted most likely to suck eggs in high school, are trying to pass off a lousy burger stand as a 5-star restaurant?
Wow, that is where it came from.
I guess.
Or where, like, you heard it?
I guess.
Probably. Voted most likely to suck eggs.
Yep.
That's great, man. All right, well,
There you have it.
apparently sucking eggs is not a good thing. You don't want to.
No.
You don't want to be the guy that sucks eggs.
No, but it's not as bad of a thing that they could vote you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not too much of an insult.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it's not like most likely to fuck off.
Yeah, or most likely to like be homeless or something. It's like
Not most likely to be a murderer.
yeah, most likely to go off and suck eggs.
Most likely to become an addict.
Yeah, I'd have to take the sucking eggs part, I guess. We got a lot of weird phrases in our culture. We have a weird language.
I guess.
Like, I feel like there aren't these kinds of phrases in other cultures.
I think there are.
You think?
Yes. I think there definitely are.
Okay.
I mean, when you're learning a language, you're not going to learn the
The sucking eggs.
phrase. Imagine learning another language.
Yeah,
and then,
I'm
like,
imagining.
Like sucking eggs is like
This
it's not a normal term. It'd
I
be
hope
like
you know that that's the name of this episode for sure.
sucking eggs.
Or suck eggs.
Suck eggs. But it's like a play on words that you're like telling someone something that they shouldn't do or can't do, right? So it'd be like if you learned in another language what the words for like I'm trying to think, like knife and like nose, right? You would never think those two would go together, but then someone tells you to
Knife off your nose or whatever.
stick a knife up your nose.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like if you were just learning that language, you'd be like what is that? Like that definitely isn't right. I definitely don't know the language well enough. He definitely said some other word that I think he said knife, but he didn't mean knife.
Maybe if that French guy is listening, he can share some French phrases.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a couple idioms, I think they're called.
Idioms.
Let me hang on. Actually, now you've got me interested.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Here we go. So these are English idioms, right? So it's like, so give you a definition of what an idiom is. English idioms, proverbs, and expressions are an important part of everyday English. They come up all the time in both written and spoken English because idioms don't always make sense literally. You'll need to familiarize yourself with the meaning and usage of each idiom. That may seem like a lot of work, but learning idioms is fun, especially when you compare English idioms to the idioms in your own language. So this is like a resource for people learning English. It's like giving them like a cheat sheet. Like a blessing in disguise. A dime a dozen. Beat around the bush. Better late than never. Bite the bullet. Go break a leg.
Yep.
Let's see, what else we got? It's not rocket science. Hit the sack, miss the boat. No pain, no gain, on the ball. Pull someone's leg, pull yourself together. Speak of the devil. That's the last straw.
Wow. We got a lot.
I'm skipping over many of them. Under the weather.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
A penny for your thoughts.
I bet other cultures
A perfect
communicate like
storm.
this.
Add insult to injury. Break the ice.
Damn, I don't like how many idioms we have.
Costs an arm and a leg. Do something at the drop of a hat.
Too many already.
Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't quit your day job. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Suck eggs.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
Get a taste of your own medicine. Give someone the cold shoulder. Go on a wild goose chase.
It's too many.
He has bigger fish to fry. He's a chip off the old block.
I probably use like 60% of these.
Yeah, they're common things. Spill the beans. Take a rain check.
Yep. Rain check.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Never really understood that one.
Take it with a grain of salt. Means don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, but like, I don't get what it means. Like, I know what it means. I don't get why it means what it means.
What does it mean? Like, what's another one I just said? Spill the beans.
Yeah, to let things out. Like, spill the information. Like, take it with a grain of salt means like,
The elephant in the room.
yeah. That's a good one.
What about the whole 9 yards?
I don't know where that one really originates, but it means to go all the way, right? It went like far beyond where you should have gone. It went all 9 yards. Like,
Yeah, but why is it 9?
I don't know. That's what we need Casey here for.
But that's just, suck eggs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm sure there's
a
idioms in
lot.
other
There's
languages.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Huh, you want to hear one? Pick a language, Jake. Give me a language.
Let's go French.
Okay, great. I'm going to have to scroll for that. French. I'm not going to say it.
Come on.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Donner sa langue au chat. To give one's tongue to the cat.
Oh, like cat got your tongue?
Well, it means to not be able to guess. So it's not like cat got your tongue. You can't guess someone's. It's kind of like cat got your tongue, but you're almost in response to someone else. It seems.
Okay.
To give one's tongue to the cat.
All right. It's not just us, I guess.
No.
Fine.
Idioms. Maybe that could be the more you know today. Idioms.
Okay, hold on. So now every time you guys use an idiom, you're probably going to remember just how many there are.
I skipped over many.
I think I've unfortunately used a lot of those.
I think everyone does. I think that's the point. It's like phrases that shouldn't go together.
Yeah, but do and mean something.
Yeah, and mean something in our language.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to take a gander at the State of the Union address.
No, I didn't watch it.
I usually don't, but we just happened to be
Had nothing
home
else to
eating
do.
dinner, and it was just on, right?
Okay. Couldn't find the clicker. Didn't want to get up.
We're growing old and trying to become more informed citizens. So I was like, all right, I'll take a listen, see what things are going on, right?
Fair enough.
I don't usually ever talk politics. I'm not actually even going to talk about the politics at all.
Okay.
So the one thing I could just not wrap my head around, another idiom, wrap your head around this, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I hate that we all talking
You're gonna be
idioms
so
now.
conscious.
It's really annoying.
You're gonna be so conscious of every idiom you use now.
I'm probably talking idioms like crazy. So basically the president is supposed to give the State of the Union where they stand, where our country stands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of it was kind of just like, what they are hoping to accomplish. And I swear on my life, after just about every third sentence, standing ovation.
Huh.
For an hour and 10 minutes. And then when I cut back to the news channel after the State of the Union was over, they counted 91 standing ovations.
Wow.
91.
That's a lot.
So after the first couple, right, when the president is starting to get going and talking about the war on Ukraine and we stand for the Ukrainians, all this kind of stuff. And there's Ukrainian representatives there. It was heartfelt, right? People were standing up clapping for him. After the 15th standing ovation, it was bonkers. It was just
Do you think they had people there like
crazy.
a sitcom, holding up signs? Applause.
Well, it was just almost to the point where I think so behind Joe Biden was Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi. So whenever they stood up, everyone else would really stand up, and they stood up
91 times.
Yeah, all the time. And even at some points, they didn't they did those kind of slow standing ones where they didn't know if it should be standing ovation or not.
That's just too many.
Yeah, 91. I feel like that's a stretch.
It feels forced.
But it was
at that point.
kind of hilarious to watch.
But that's not what you really are looking for, I feel like, Adam.
No, and it was also funny because then half of the room started to not stand when the other half was, because they were just kind of ready, I think, to just get it rolling.
Right, right.
Dude, after the 20th,
I feel like the speech could have
standing
been
ovation.
cut in half.
Yeah,
Time-wise.
I would be on the same ball. I'd be like, no, I'll clap.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
give a
mind
nice round of applause, but
my quads are getting sore.
yeah, dude, it was
standing up and sitting down. over
dude,
and over
we
again.
were laughing our asses off. Idiom. We were
there
laughing
you go.
so hard, just
We should get a little drop. Just idiom.
idiom, idiot. No, it was just so funny. I just didn't know if
You know what? I didn't even see anything about it on Twitter or anything though.
it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny to watch. I was just very confused as to why everyone was standing. It almost seemed like
it seems overboard.
It almost seemed like a high school like a pep rally. When
Almost too much. Not even like a pep rally, like a
yeah,
like
they
a
were just
graduation or
They
something.
were trying to stand and clap for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but it was so funny. But last night we had so we're trying to eat better. We're trying not to just snack on like shitty food. And Megan is a spicy chip eater.
Okay.
And I'm a mild chip eater. Because I'm gonna eat chips, I just usually don't like to have spicy stuff.
That's just I mean, I'm right on board. I do not understand the sensation of eating something so
Yeah.
spicy that you have to break from eating it.
Yeah, and she's in love with these jalapeno.
Does she have to take a break and
On these no, but on most of her chip experiences,
I just
she's
don't get it.
she takes 6 and she's sniffling.
how is that
And
enjoyable?
I'm like, what are you doing?
How is that? That's not the it's not the
It's
point
not
of a
the point
snack.
of
I
it.
feel like.
I always prefer a plain chip over a flavored chip. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
I think when it comes to chips, plain Jane salt is just
All right with
the
you.
way to go. Keep it the way it was meant to be. I like spicy foods.
Okay.
Spicy chips, not so much.
yeah.
So the thing about the chips with the flavoring, it always gets all over my fingers. I feel like when I'm having a normal, a regular salted or lightly salted chip, I'm not constantly having to lick my fingers, wipe my fingers. It's just a nice eating experience, a clean, user-friendly chip experience. You're putting the powders on it, the flavoring.
Right.
You're getting that buildup. And
True.
some people love the buildup.
I don't know if anyone loves the
Yeah,
build-up.
some people wait till the end. They just suck those eggs right off.
Suck those eggs. I mean, I lick my fingers clean. I suck the dust off, but I don't it's like a negative almost. But I do it.
I agree. I think
I'll eat if I'm eating Doritos, I guess is one that comes to mind. If I eat a bunch of Doritos and my fingers are now dusted,
yeah.
I lick it, but I'm like, oh, now my fingers are got Dorito dust. What am I gonna do? Well, I guess I'll just lick them clean.
Then once you lick them, they stick back in. It's just like glue.
It's like double dipping.
Yeah. I don't get annoyed when so I know you have a huge pet peeve of people chewing with their mouth open. But it doesn't annoy me when someone's eating a loud food.
Okay.
And they're just eating it normally, but it's just a loud food. Like for a chip, for example, we were watching TV and she's crunching on these corn chips, right?
Right.
That doesn't bother me because I know I do it and I eat some of my food loudly. But she can't stand when I eat things loudly.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other night actually, as I guess I'll throw him under the bus. He doesn't listen. My dad was chewing loudly. It was annoying me, and I was like, I wonder, because as advertised, I one of my biggest pet peeves is chewing with your mouth open. Just last night, it first occurred to me that it was like, what if I chew with my mouth open sometimes? Would anyone tell me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope someone would tell me, I guess, but
maybe.
maybe there's moments.
But if it's the food that's causing the loudness,
Yeah,
then you got to let it slide.
absolutely. I mean, people who chew with their mouth open don't like always annoy me. It's like I feel like I have to be in like a slightly annoyed mood
Right.
to like for that to then annoy me.
Right. Yeah, because I love people, like, if anyone knows or has listened, I love the loud crunch of a carrot when you're biting into one, and I purposely snap it.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not like loud noises like carrots or chips. If you're eating a carrot, you're not gonna. I'm assuming you're talking about like a whole carrot, not a baby carrot
Yeah, baby carrot.
or a baby,
Yeah, I'm talking baby carrot.
whatever. But like, there's foods that you have to like bite into that you don't. You don't, like,
sure.
You don't
You
put
can't
into
just
your
go
mouth.
whole. Yeah, I'm snapping the baby carrot.
And then once it's in your mouth, you don't have to be snapping it with your mouth open the whole time. That's a totally
no,
different
correct.
thing.
So the first bite of that baby carrot, I'm
Yeah,
snapping.
or if you get like a tortilla chip and it's a big triangle and you dip it in salsa, you're not gonna be able to get the whole thing in your mouth. You're obviously gonna have to bite it
Correct.
and like get the initial chew going.
Yep.
But once it's small enough to fit in your mouth, then
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
keep your lips sealed.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that.
It's like if you snapped into a baby carrot
Mm-hmm.
and then just like kept like snapping with your mouth open. Like then it's almost like you're doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, like I run into that where I'm eating celery, right? Mm-hmm. You know, celery sticks are
Long.
long.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm snapping once, twice, maybe thrice.
Thrice.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know with celery. It's a tricky vegetable.
It is. You burn more calories than you intake, so they say.
Yeah, that's if you're not dipping in ranch or hummus, I guess.
Yeah, having a side of celery with your ranch.
Yeah, you have to be chewing a lot of chewing if you're going to have to offset
You're supposed to
the
chew
ranch.
everything, like 30 times before you swallow it.
Yeah,
or
you're
something
supposed to
crazy.
literally chew everything down to mush.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's
Not
not
Jake.
happening with me.
Not Jake. Jake is
No.
almost like a vacuum over here. He enjoys the initial snap and then just
I eat
Down the
generally slow, but I think I tend to pack my mouth, if that makes sense.
okay. So
So I'm not eating like my meals really fast, but I take big bites.
so you have to chew a lot then.
Yeah, I definitely get a good chew in,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but I'm not eating like, I'm not taking baby bites and chew. I'm taking like a big bite.
Right.
I'm working. I'm chewing.
So you're sweating.
Yeah, then I'm getting another big good forkful or spoonful, if you will.
Yeah, never. Spoonful of soup, maybe.
I actually just had some for the first time in a long time because I don't make it often, nor does Megan. I just had meatloaf at my parents' house. One of my favorite meals my mom makes is meatloaf.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of my dad's meatloaf.
And something that I came to realize is when there's food that all has a very similar consistency, I tend to like almost overstuff myself because there's no work to it. There's no challenge. There's no like, you're not cutting certain things longer. You're not having to chew things longer. Like with meatloaf, we had a side of mashed potatoes, and then corn, right?
Did you spoon your corn?
Oh yeah. So for that, I had a spoon that
Fork.
I mixed into the potatoes.
See, if I had meatloaf and corn, I would only need a fork. I wouldn't even need a knife. No knife, no spoon.
I didn't use the knife, but I used the fork and the spoon, which
I would only need a fork.
people think that's crazy, but more bang for my buck, I think.
How?
I was just getting heaping spoonfuls.
Well, you know what you could do
Of mashed
since you
potatoes
had
and
mashed
corn.
potatoes.
Yeah, I was
you put-
mixing it. Yeah,
And you definitely don't need a spoon for that. So you're eating your mashed potatoes with a spoon? That's what you're telling me right now?
sometimes, yeah.
Huh.
So all right, so if I'm going, you know, say meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans,
Yeah.
no spoon,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Mashed potatoes are easy to pick up with the
Yeah,
spoon.
they're like
because they form, right?
Yeah,
Whatever you pick it up as, they're not moving.
Molds together. Yeah.
But when you're getting moving parts, you're getting the corn, the rice, the peas, the beans, right? You gotta. That's spoon material.
Yeah, but mashed potatoes is almost like a spider web.
A glue, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine the glob of corn and mashed potatoes you can get on a nice tablespoon. Like I said, I'm getting big bites in, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not shoveling, I'm not shoveling, 5, 6 pieces of corn in my mouth. I'm getting 60 pieces of corn in my mouth.
60. 60. With mashed potatoes and meatloaf all in the same spoonful?
Yeah, kernels are
60.
small.
That's a whole ear of corn.
Let's see, how many kernels do you think are on an ear of corn?
I'll give you 250.
Kernels per ear of corn. 250?
Yeah.
No way, more than that. 500 to 1200 is typical. Typical ear has about 800 kernels. So
I'm not buying that.
this is corn FAQs, iowacorn.org. You're not believing
Doesn't
that?
sound credible.
Corn FAQs, dude. Corn facts. Suck on those corn facts.
Suck an egg, Jake.
So 60 kernels, that's nothing. That's a freaking spoonful.
Yeah, well, you want to know what, Jake? Average bags of popcorn have 95 kernels.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Think of how flat and compact that bag is. I could stack easily half of that bag on a spoon. With mashed potatoes?
16. I'm fascinated.
That is a lot. That you're right. 800 kernels is a lot.
Because
it
also says that there's typically 16 rows.
Okay.
So that means there's 50 kernels in each row.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way. So you're pretty much spoonful in a row.
Yeah,
a row of corn.
Yeah. But it's actually, I don't think that's a lot of kernels. That would be a lot of corn, I feel like, on a plate. Like, I would eat a corn on the cob, no problem. But you're putting 800 kernels on a plate. That
I
sounds
remember
like a lot.
when I got I guess it was when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. But I feel like it was younger. But either way, there was a point in my life, I might have just been a kid, and I didn't want to eat corn on the cob, but I always liked corn on the cob. So I think I had some kind of dentist procedure done where I couldn't, maybe I had braces for the first time.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Whatever it was, I couldn't bite.
Or a retainer or an expander.
Couldn't bite into an ear of corn. I could eat corn, but not an ear of corn. So my mom cut it off.
Oh, yeah. And those little strips.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still some of my favorite things, like if you pick up a strip, saw it off.
That's nice.
It tastes better. Just like the same thing with the straw and the fountain soda. A strip off the ear of corn has a different, hits different, But what I'm trying to say is that that's like a serving of corn. Like when we have ears of corn at the house, my mom still sometimes cuts hers off.
I mean, if you want an easier corn experience, you just cut it off.
Yeah, it's definitely, hands off, hands free.
Yep, it's not getting stuck in your teeth.
Get the utensils going.
Not a lot of floss going on post cob.
No. No need for the little corn holders.
Oh yeah, I love the corn holders.
We have ones that are shaped like little corns on the cob.
Yeah, honestly, it's the best. That's the best way to do it. They're the only ones I've ever known.
And then we have little trays that you set your corn in to butter it, shaped like ears of corn as well.
Man, I could go for a good corn on the cob right now. That sounds so delicious.
Nice steak.
Oof, some mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah, now we're
maybe
really
air fry that bad boy.
Maybe even air fry the corn. Air fry that corn. I'll pop into popcorn.
Careful. What was your point?
My point was I got really full when I was eating meatloaf.
I think that does that a lot. Yeah, meatloaf.
It's just because everything was the same consistency.
So it was just like no end to you, just shovel.
Yeah, it was a mush. You don't really kind of have to pause and cut and scrape this over here and work this over here. It's mostly just you kind of just chop, scoop, and eat. It's pretty easy.
Chop, scoop, and eat.
So it makes you eat faster. You're not even chewing at that point. Like meatloaf, you take 2 chomps and it's
melts in your mouth.
It's just butter. So I don't know. You got to be careful when you're eating those kind of foods.
Because you could choke.
No,
because you get full too fast.
You get really full.
Okay.
Sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a spaghetti. You get a nice fork full of spaghetti. You really don't chew it much.
Why not?
Because it's like practically just like
it just slides down your
it's
throat.
soft enough. I mean, you're taking a couple chews, but you're not really working.
I don't know. I just had spaghetti meatballs for lunch.
Meatballs, you're throwing in a whole other element in there. You gotta chew the meatball.
Yeah, but like I only had 4 meatballs to go with my lunch.
Yeah, but did you cut?
I also
the
had
meatball?
spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. It was leftovers.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, I cut the meatball.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. It adds a little bit more element to it.
Right, but there were plenty of forkfuls of just spaghetti alone.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not chewing my spaghetti enough.
You ever poop and it comes out like tinsel out of a dog?
Not with spaghetti, no. I'm pretty sure spaghetti dissolves as soon as it hits that
Probably.
stomach acid.
Probably.
All right. Well, I don't know if listeners are loving listening about butt tinsel with.
I think there's nothing better on the airways, Jake.
Yeah, that's true. All right. You got anything else before we wrap up our episode 103?
No, I think.
Think the people got what they wanted?
Yeah, I think I'm satisfied.
I'm satisfied too.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. Got a couple good debates in there. Little life updates, little current events, everything you could ask for.
Kernel events?
Kernel events. Got them. Yeah, I might actually pop myself a little bag of popcorn tonight. That sounds good.
You got only about 95 kernels.
Yeah, so much less than a corn on the cob.
Yeah, much less.
I feel like I almost get fuller sometimes after a bag of popcorn, though.
I think it's mental.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like it's a lot of air.
Yeah.
It's satisfying to eat. I think you get satisfied more than you get full.
It is. That is one food that I eat super fast.
Nothing but air, Jake. You're just huffing it down.
Yeah, you start out small. Start out with 1, 2, 4, 5. Halfway down to the bag, you're just spilling
handfuls
onto yourself.
Yeah, just
You're trying to
shove it in.
Yeah, I
More than
I
fits.
don't know why though. Because of the challenge or for the satisfaction?
I think you're just enjoying it so much. You go in and you grab a handful,
and like you know that the handful you have is just shouldn't.
but you don't even
be
look at it. You just like trying to open up wide and like start.
Yeah.
Just try and start on one side of your mouth and like work it in.
It's all about the angle.
You have to like roll your hand around to try and get it all in there.
Yeah, and you're yanking your head back. Like you're going like.
And then what happens, right? And then you look down. There's like 2 or 3 just on your shirt. That you just
Yeah,
pick
like
up and put in.
you're breathing like out of your nose because you definitely can't be breathing out of your mouth.
Yeah,
That's just the life of popcorn.
it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It is. All right, cool. Let's rate this beer and call it a
The
night.
Bolero Snort Brewery. Oops. No lactose. Hazy IPA with lime zest.
Zest.
I gotta say the lime never really stuck out for me.
Yeah.
I like maybe it was there, but it wasn't like, oh, this beer has lime in it. I feel
If you actually never told me that there was lime in it, I probably would have never guessed.
no,
it.
I don't think so. Like I'm just not getting it. So I don't know. I feel like I'm right around the same range. I'll go 7.1.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was right there at a 7.3.
I don't think I'm gonna go into the 6s. Like it's good.
No. Yeah, it's good.
As low 7s as I can get. I was between 7 flat and 7.1.
Just just wasn't extremely flavorful, but like not bad to drink.
No,
Like good
No, it's
medium
just average IPA.
IPA.
Yeah,
Like didn't feel too hazy, but also
the lime probably took away from the haze.
Yeah,
and
the
the haze
juiciness.
took away from the lime. Just like counteracted each other.
counterbalance.
Yep.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks.
103 down.
103 down. Thanks for sticking it out. Oh yeah, always forget. I have to play us out now. I guess
you don't have to.
I don't have to, but it's just more fun. Oh.
Yikes.
Gotta start it over, huh?
Oh, boy. We'll just edit that part out.
We'll edit that out.
No one will have to know.
It's true.
I mean, I don't even know how many people listen after the beer rating.
The guy in France is definitely listening.
Yeah, stick it out for the song.
Yeah. See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Any and Everything Show.
Boo-doo-doo.